Movies? Yeah, I got a bunch of movies planned. Thanks for leaving, Baha. Thanks for leaving. Yeah, I know, right? Vinland Raiders on the left-hand side of Braxis Holdout will be your team from the upper bracket here in the grand finals of Banshee Cup Qualifier number 4, day number 2. Best of 5, best of 5. Guess what? It's a best of 5. Space Goofs on the right have fought their way through the lower bracket, and they are here, warmed up, ready to go. So, let's get our spiel done, and let's start talking about stuff. So if you're here on Twitch, be sure to follow the channel, get yourself some channel points. You can support the stream further if you'd like to with a sub, gifted sub, Prime Gaming, bits, direct donations. All of that is very, very helpful as we do full-time stream, and every little bit helps us out sustain the full-time streaming dream. If you're watching over on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can grow the YouTube channel. I believe liking videos does help push that out to more people out on the internet. So that way we can grow the YouTube side of things. If we hit 1,000 subs plus on that, we can monetize it. That means more food for Bandit. All videos on the YouTube side of things for the Banshee Cup and most stuff that I cast will have spoiler-free additional time added to it. So all best of 3s are an hour and a half. All best of 5s are 2.5 hours, regardless of how many maps are played. That way you can't look at the time signature and know how long the games have been or how many maps were played. Last but not least, we're in the Meta Madness style of draft. So, with this best of 5, if we make it to a map number 5, which is the coveted map number 5 in this, we could have, or we will have, 40 heroes unavailable. Then you have the bans at the top of the screen. Those don't add to the list. They only pertain to the current map draft. So Sylvanas could be played in map 2 or 3 as we're guaranteed at least 2 maps or 3 maps in a best of 5 series. Brax is sold out. Map number 1. We've got our spiel done. If you've got any questions, throw them in chat. If you have any questions, throw them in the YouTube comments. And let's go ahead and get on into this Braxis Holdout. First pick to the side of Vinland Raiders. Obviously, Artanis. What are the movies? The Vampire's Kiss, Super Troopers, Suicide Squad, The Good One, as I put. Wallace and Gromit Classics, because I haven't watched those in ages. And then the Spider-Man movie on Netflix, the newest one. I haven't seen that still, so that is no particular order. No particular order. I actually have to figure out the order that I want to watch all that in. But, yeah, that's like the rough game plan for the movie marathon. I thought about doing Lord of the Rings, but if I lose power, then I'll be too angry that I don't get to finish the Lord of the Rings marathon. So if I lose power in this and I can't finish this movie marathon, it's whatever. All right, so Blaze first pick on the left-hand side. Junkrat Muradin will be grabbed for Space Goofs. Good point control with that. Speaking of point control, Stukov is fantastic for a map like this. Ariel could be a good grab as well with the Taman Strike. A lot of good areas to collide into. Speaking of collisions, Diablo is wonderful to be able to shadow charge into. A lot of wall banging to be had here. Also to note, I didn't mention it, there are no tournament baseline bans, so all 90 heroes are up and available. I've never seen Vampire's Kiss, like, and I know there's a bunch of memes from it. Like, I know it's like an absolutely wild Nicolas Cage movie. So, yeah. I maybe I saw it when I was super young, but I don't remember anything of it. Other than there's a lot of memes that are from that movie, apparently. Yeah, that movie was recommended to me when I was telling my neighbor about Con Air, like how I'd watched Con Air recently, and she was just like, "Oh, dude, you need to go watch Vampire's Kiss. Like, if you want some fun rage cage, go watch Vampire's Kiss." Chromie Band away. All right, so it's Johanna, Lucio, Blaze. You'll love it. I'm actually really looking for, like, Vampire's Kiss. I'm really looking forward to. Super Troopers I haven't seen in a while. I'm actually looking forward to those 2 movies the most, I think. Super Troopers is just dumb fun. It's just stupid fun. Hanzo will be the last ban. Okay. Both teams still need some Zerg wave clear. There is the technique of grabbing a 4-legged crab and putting a laser across the Zerg wave, but here's my answer to you. Just don't lose the Zerg objective phase, and you don't need a dumb Dragoon. Ghoulish Daniel, Muradin, Junkrat, so they're going to have their flex on the healer here. Morales or Ariel, it could be fantastic, but I think it's going to be something like an Anduin, realistically. Super Troopers is always a good one. I think, like, I remember I backed the Super Troopers 2 on Kickstarter, and I think, like, when it came out, a lot of people were like, I can't believe this is just like Super Troopers 1. And quite literally, they were like, that's the game plan. We're just going to make Super Troopers 2, which is just the first one, again, kinda. Like, they told everyone the game plan, and people were like, I can't believe they did what they said they were gonna do. Mephisto Tracer on the left-hand side. Okay, Mephisto offers up some decent wave clear. We've got Tracer for some sustained damage. Gul'dan, I really like the draft of Space Goose. Like, an Ana wouldn't be bad for a nano boost. I like the Ariel as a battery for Gul'dan. Lieutenant Morales could be fun, but I don't think those will be the priority healers. I think it's going to be something like an Anduin, realistically. Offers up more CC. Oh! It's almost like I understand this game really well. That's like, remember when Blizzard came out and was like, we're not going to have anything about Diablo 4 at BlizzCon. And then everyone at BlizzCon was upset there was nothing about Diablo 4 that year. And it's like, but they told you there was nothing. That's like coming to my stream on a Friday and be like, I can't wait for you to play Heroes of the Storm, Bahamut. And then being upset I don't play HOTS on a Friday. Like, you're just choosing to be upset. God, Pete, the internet's just... Where's my transformative experience with a stoner humor? Oh, I did rewatch Happy Gilmore a couple nights ago. That's a fun rewatch. That's a fun rewatch. Adam Sandler is, you know, Adam Sandler, but there's some good bits in there. I just pushed the button like it was a replay. My bad. Oh, hello. A little bit of a load lag in right there. Vinland Raiders for the grand finals will be on the left-hand side of Braxis Holdout, map number 1 in this best of 5. Sven to play the Blaze, ironically using all of the cold skin, the Mr. Freeze skin, and the ice mount. We've got a Gaff Tracer. I never realized it's such an awkward pose on the mount. Like, it's just such an awkward ride. Nano Mephisto, Crankle on Johanna, Hunter Orc will be your Lucio. For the right-hand side of Space Goose, we're looking at a Dayquaza Leoric. In the bottom lane, Muradin played by Ply. We have Sai on Gul'dan, X-Ray, Lieutenant Morales, and Yasuo Junkrat. Now, is this a stim? Like, who would you stim? Junkrat? Muradin? Honestly, stimmed Muradin with, stimmed Muradin actually would be kind of good. Because if you go like Skullcracker and stuff and Bronzebeard Rage, that's actually kind of wild. Like, it's actually really good. Either way, level 1s, you'll have Rampant Hellfire, Pursuit of Flame for Gul'dan. Skull Missile and Yielding Power for our Mephisto. The solo lane is actually going to be having not so much a solo lane action, some decent siege onto the fort front gate here as we jump back into the bottom lane. Grenade from Morales going out. A very low Muradin tries to get a straight to kick in as he Dwarf tosses away, but that opens up an opportunity for a gank onto Gul'dan. He's going to get a healing beam from Morales, but she has no energy! And with first blood achieved to the side of Vinland Raiders, let's go ahead and take a peek at top and start out our Twitch prediction. Which team is going to win Braxis Holdout? Map 1 of the grand finals, chat. Thank you, Ashmantle. Thank you very much, Ashmantle. I appreciate it greatly. Alright. Right side camp is going to be cleared out. Hunter Orc scouts this, but there's no way he's going to invade onto it. First objective phase is an early announcement. This is one of the few maps that does not have the 2-minute 30 announcement, 3-minute contest. It's announced at 1 minute on this map, and then 1:30 is the channelable time, as we do have Zerg channel over to the side of Vinland Raiders. We're jumping around between top and bottom, because there's a little bit more brawling between these lanes than normal. It's actually a 2-3 setup from both sides. Typically, it's a 1-4 setup, 1 player being in the top, 4 players being in the bottom. So this 2-3 setup gets a bit of channel right now for the side of Vinland Raiders. X-Ray wants to jump onto the point to get a little bit here. Meanwhile, Blaze is clearing out top. Tracer's going to hearth out completely. No channel for the Zerg wave. It is on the 50% mark. Muradin trying to step in here. Won't be able to get much. We've got level 4s on both sides, but this brawl continues. Johanna with a nice slow. She does have the subdue level 4. Yeah, she hit 2 with that. Gul'dan's already done with Pursuit of Flame level 1, so he's got that 10% radius increase. Right, 10% radius? Yeah. By the way, if you enjoy Super Troopers and you want something of that realm, Tacoma FD on Netflix was very good. I binged through like 4 seasons of that over like 3 weeks or 2 weeks or so. Yeah, that one was pretty funny. Definite sort of like chill recommendation from me. The biggest recommendation I would give is Delicious Dungeon. I love that. I love that TV show. Absolutely love Delicious Dungeon. So, channel in bottom lane. Okay, so we have Zerg channel over to the side of Space Goofs. Muradin will stick onto this point for a while. Jumping back into the top lane, there's a Jet Propulsion and combo onto this, onto Dequaza. No Pulse Bomb available, but he has to Hearth out. And the Zerg channel will stop at 32 seconds. Tacoma FD will have, yep. That's, if you enjoy Super Troopers or, like, Broken Lizard comedy, there's a couple dudes in that show, and maybe some of the other dudes are on the writing team, not sure, but the jokes are fun, the episodes go quick. Firefighter stuff's always fun in my opinion. Comedy firefighter stuff. A little bit of Fell Flames here and there. We've got a massive Zerg wave to the side of Vinland Raiders that will be into the bottom lane. Gul'dan's going to need to get into better position for this. Going to throw out those Fell Flames here and there. Nano jumps in. Actually, a lot of damage onto X-Ray. 23 stacks on the unyielding power from Mephisto as this Zerg wave is catapulting its way through the bottom. Taking a peek into the top lane, Leorc's getting some decent damage with Junkrat. Back into the bottom, this is our major focus. We've got a Muradin who Dwarf tossed in, but he got caught by the Condemn of Johanna. Still 2 Ultralists available. The Guardians are rocketing in from range. Mephisto jumps in, looking to get that Lightning Nova value onto this Muradin. Oh, Johanna's also going to be going into Sin's Exposed. Subdue is a level 4. Fort Front Gate goes down in top. Fort Front Gate goes down in bottom. And, oh, it looks like it was the same. It was different Zerg sizes, but same Zerg value. 7 apiece on both sides as we have... Sorry, I'm just looking at 7 Talontiers really quickly. The Vanadim plating for Lieutenant Morales. I apologize. In the bottom lane, Mephisto is going to be picked off by the Gul'dan. Continues to throw in Fell Flames consistently. Did go into Consume Soul 4 and Hunger for Power at level 7. I'm assuming we'll see Rampant Hellfire later on in this build. Muradin goes to check and see if the enemy's on this camp. Actually... Dequaza over here is actually brawling into Tracer. Stormbolt connecting onto Lucio, who does amp it up with the reverse amp from level 7. Junkrat Concussion Mine thrown onto the point. Looks like the camp will be tagged before it leashes or heals up. Jet Propulsion from Blaze does not look like it was able to land the stun. Maybe it did. Didn't see the animation. Big Pulse Bomb onto 1. That's Gul'dan to go down. Junkrat will fall. And I think Sven should be able to chase down Leorc. No, they actually don't even go for it. They're going to try and stay in the chase onto Lieutenant Morales and Muradin. Muradin's going to try and jump over the wall, so they just say, all right, cool, we'll chase X-Ray. Vinland Raiders find the quadra kill, and they should take down Fort off of this in bottom lane. Ten Talontier is going to be coming up soon. Let's jump our way. Hold up. Wait a minute. Gul'dan scouts this, but he's fine. Leoric. He's going to drop down quite quickly. 10 Talontier, Endurance of Hate, High Five Lucio, Bunker Blaze. I'm assuming Bless Shield Johanna. It is indeed. Camp on the top, or camp in the top is going to be stolen away. Camp on the bottom right will be stolen away as well. Tracer's going to have, that looks like Sticky Bomb level 10 if I'm not mistaken. I think Quantum Spike is a little more deeper blue. Okay. Bottom channel immediately. The Orc does not have top. I am curious though what Morales is going to go into. I mean, it seems like it'd be a stim game, but maybe Stim Muradin. Like, honestly, I think Stim Muradin could be crazy good. Cooldown reduction on your hammer. I mean, if that was the case, though, they should have gone into Sledgehammer level 4 for the extra cooldown reduction on the auto attacks from 1 to 1.25 seconds. Maybe they actually didn't. I just completely missed it. We'll have to check here after the stats go through on the bottom of our screen. All camps being grabbed around the map, and this will be top lane channel on the Zerg for the side of Vinland Raiders. Muradin did not go. He actually went into the Thunderclap at level 4, and he goes into Haymaker level 10. He's got the Heavy Impact level 7, so he's got a little bit of a mixture here. Morales Grenade goes in. She actually goes into Medevac. That's a Horrify from Gul'dan, focusing on a Tracer. She's going to be high-fived immediately by the Lucio. Johanna trying to step in onto the enemy. There's a Consume Soul, or excuse me, Endurance of Hate on the left-hand side. The ghoul. Dan on the right will go down. Mephisto jumps in, gets some decent damage onto the enemy heroes, but won't be able to find a kill. Tracer actually chases down Junkrat. Lucio goes down to the Nexus Forces. I think he was trying to dive in onto Morales there, but either way, Blaze gets the channel on the objective. Tracer goes to bottom lane. And this is Vinland Raiders with a fairly dominant map number 1 in this best of 5 grand finals. Krankle has the bunker in time, thanks to Sven's Blaze summoning it, but no, they still get the kill onto the Johanna. The Zergwave channel's really good in favor of Vinland Raiders. So I'm looking at Daquaz's health bar and just wincing, waiting for him to be taken down, but the Morales healing is just enough. She's going to hearth out for full. Muradin gets the counter channel on top lane. And Lucio's going to rush on over here. Tracer chilling in the bush. He actually found a steel trap right there. Gets the dismount onto Muradin, I assume. And Blaze has the channel, so this will be Zergwave built up in the top lane in favor for the members of Vinland Raiders. Did I hear morale? What are you, we're doing this, aren't we? X-ray? Flesh shield, big condemn.
Team kill!
Oh wait, no, Junkrat's still alive. What's up, Stark? You're just in time to see Plan B activated. Uh-oh. Oh, Junkrat, I think that was a mistake.
Team kill!
There you go, actually get the team kill that time. Well, anyways, no way they're really gonna do this again. Wait, but don't you have to take down the fort, don't you? You still have to take down the fort, don't you? Or is that just for the catapult summoning? Plan since the start? I don't think that was the plan since the start, but okay. Junkrat Leorc will fall. Flesh shield. We currently have Morales over here. So,
Hero slain.
Huh. Yeah, that was a game. That was a series of moments. 10 characters were played on a map, and a result ensued. One fort or keep is partial summoning, I think. Well, so like if you take down the fort regularly, that's periodic catapult pressure. But if you take down the keep and the fort's still up, I don't think you get the periodic catapult pressure at all, do you? Can you end the game as well? Don't you have to take down the fort and the keep to end? I know you have to take down the keep for sure. Was that ARAM? No, that was Braxis Holdout, not Braxis Outpost. Dumb. Alright, well, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to drop a follow. If you'd like to support the stream further, it's much appreciated. Let's pay out the people. As, oh, I had the wrong team names on there. I apologize. But it is going to be the members of the Vinland Raiders did win that game, so pay out the bet that was Vinland Raiders. I apologize. I forgot to change the team names, but either way, let's run those ads. My game is not totally massively bugged out or anything like that. No. I've got some crazy ass bugs going on lately visually in this game, and we will see if hopefully it doesn't affect us too much here on Alterac Pass map number 2. We're back into it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the grand finals for the Banshee Cup qualifier number 4, day number 2. The winner of this gets 10 points for the standings, and the loser gets 8 points, 7 points. I forget how many points. 7 points for second place. So, first and second are being fought for right now. Vinland Raiders up in this best of 5 series. Go get trapped in a snowstorm for the acoustics. Oh, it's just it's so beautiful, so beautiful, so cozy. So, Sylvanas is banned away, Meta Madness style of draft, heroes that are picked and played are unavailable, blah, blah, blah. If you're watching on Twitch, follow. If you're watching on YouTube, please support. If you want to support further, it's always much appreciated so we can continue to pay our bills and support the good boy that is Bandit. Also, so we can eat chicken wings. Maiev will be banned away on the left-hand side. Sylvanas is going to be targeted as well. Oh, what are we going to get today on this map number 2? Alterac is quite a large map. Double bosses are up and available. Hanzo could be a priority ban for these teams or even a priority pick. Brightwing will be banned away. You'll follow this advice, streamer. There's something special. There's something really amazing being like in a snowstorm. Like a big snowstorm too. What's the priority here? What's the consideration? What's the hot pick? Or hot ban, sorry. Really don't know what they want to not deal with. Hogger will be banned away, okay. Sometimes he gets let through, sometimes he is just going to be immediately removed, and this is going to be a removal situation for him. As what are we gonna get for our first pick? Is Dahaka up and available? I do believe Dahaka's up and available. Yeah, Dahaka could be grabbed for a global. Falstad, I believe, is up as well. Hanzo could be a first pick. I think Genji is up. A Nubrak will be grabbed. Hot drinks, they really get you going. Okay, a Nubrak will be grabbed for the objective. He's able to solo cap this with his Beatles. You got Cocoon level 10 as well. Does that mean we get a potential Li Ming pickup for Vinland Raiders so they can grab an early Disintegrate, or at least have the Disintegrate to get rid of Cocoon fast? What are they? Genji and Rhaegar. Okay, obviously it's a Cho'Gall composition. Hots picks, yeah. There you go. Thank you, Wildfire. Who got hot drinks? I got hot drink. I got half a cup of hot drink still. Okay, Yrel Uther, a Nubarak. They still need a lot of damage. Rhaegar was the pickup on the left-hand side with the Genji as well. Pick Cho and Gall, maybe. I don't think we'll see it for the Space Goofs. I don't think Space Goofs are going to be leaning into a Cho'Gall composition here. Could be grabbed by Vinland Raiders. They could Cho'Gall this if they wanted to. Not sure if that's a popular pick for them on this map. It is a little bit big, but Cho'Gall works on every map. Cassia banned away. That is a bit of a target ban. We've been seeing a lot of Cassia play from Space Goofs, I do believe. So nice priority ban onto that one. What do they want to ban out here? Johanna's already been played. Murden's been already played. Could get rid of Diablo. So that Malthael leads me to believe that Space Goofs are going to go into another Bruiser and then pick up a ranged assassin for a hyper carry. Because with Malthael, typically, you know, that AoE damage, the AoE damage also is percent damage on, can be a little bullying. So actually, that's a pretty heads-up ban right there. Next two pickups for Vinland Raiders. Not sure what they immediately want. They're gonna go into a Hammer Garrosh, okay. And then they just need a solo laner. Dahaka, I think, is still up and available, so they could get Dahaka for the global, and that allows him to kind of meander around the map and join in when needed. I actually love the idea of the Dahaka for Vinland Raiders. Last two picks, gonna need some damage. It's either gonna be a mage and a ranged assassin, or it's gonna be some sort of ranged assassin, or ranged auto attacker, or mage, and then another solo laner, as I said. Greymane and Abathur! This is the first Abathur game I've seen all weekend long. We got an Abathur game, chat. Where's Ninja? Probably sleeping. He's probably back to sleep again. I wouldn't blame him. It's Sunday. But yeah, Abathur will be picked up with the Greymane, so hyper carry Greymane. We have our last pick going to be what? I really still like the I really actually like the Dahaka still.
Where will we end up this time?
All right, Vikings to answer the Abathur Global Soak and stuff like that. This is a pretty good draft from Finland Raiders. They might be able to take another map here. It might be a really quick best of 5 today, but let's go ahead and actually write up a proper prediction for all of you. We'll have the proper team name in the Twitch gambles, so I know that was so confusing to so many of you last time, so I apologize once again, but either way, let's go ahead and see Alterac Pass, map number 2. What is swap round? So in custom drafts, so you don't get this in Storm League, but in custom drafts, there's, after the last hero's pick, there's, 20, 30 seconds, which allows you to be able to swap to a different character. So if you want to draft in a particular order, but have someone on a character, like, later on, then you can swap to that later on, swap to that character. So, like, the first pick could be from Nano, and it could have been the Vikings, and then Sven can swap to the Vikings at the end. On the left-hand side of Alterac Pass, we're looking at our Lost Vikings for Vinland Raiders. We have got a Sven playing Olaf, Balog, and Eric, the Lost Vikings. Nano Genji, Krankle on Garrosh, Hunter Orc Rhaegar, and Gaffon Sergeant Hammer. On the right-hand side, looking to make a 1-1 score happen here in this best of 5 grand finals. I apologize for the lagginess. We have Sai playing Greymane. Play will be your Anubarak. We have a Dequaza Urel in the bottom lane. Abathur to be played by Yasu, and X-Ray will be your Uther. As always, we give a few moments here for the little first skirmishes to happen, as well as the level 1s to be picked up and maybe see a kill happen. And then we'll start up our Twitch prediction for all of you lovelies at home. Garrosh looking for a flank rotation into the enemy. Hunter Orc will Hunter Orc will go down. First blood over to the side of Space Goofs, who are able to kill the Greymane. And as I apologize, we have that little bit of lag, but it's out of my control. Nothing I can do with my NA internet. Start prediction. Which team is going to win? Krankle very low. Does go down in top lane. It's an early double kill for the side of Space Goofs as Nano has to Swift Strike away. And are they just going to run it down top? It honestly feels like they're just going to run it down top lane. Okay. Interesting copy pasta. Anyways, 19 wave of light stacks for the Uther. Gamble's still up and available. 420 on Vinland Raiders, it looks like. Greymane over here on the right-hand side working on this siege camp. Left side doing the same thing. Level 4s are going to be... Level 4 is going to be a little bit faster for Space Goofs. Thank you. You're welcome. Any believers on the Space Goofs here or no? Stun. Greymane jumps in. Nano gets out with 93 HP. Swift strike at the last second. Nano gets out with just a chunk of HP. Oh, I apologize my lagginess on this map. I should have restarted my game, but I was like, you know what? We're doing fine. We won't restart. We also had some lobby issues with this one as well, so I'm not surprised our ping is currently at 305. Yeah, that looks like 305 or so. Sergeant Hammer wailing through this top lane wave with the help of some allies. The Viking stackage is actually tracking properly this time. So if you are curious about Viking globes, it is currently being tracked correctly. Uh-oh, top lane Anubarak. Even with the Abathur hat, he's going to be taken down, and that will be first blood over to the side of Vinland Raiders. All right, we got odds. 1,400 to 2K. Thank you very much, chat. First objective phase is up and available. 30 seconds of channel time necessary. Second objective is 40 seconds. And third onward is 50 seconds. Also, the amount of jailers increases by 1 for each of those upgrades. So 3 jailers for the second, 4 jailers for the third onward. And Eric will go down, and the siege continues in bottom lane. Anubarak is back into mid. Gilnean Cocktail onto the wave. Still slight experience advantage to the members of Space Goops. The objective phase being mostly ignored. We actually have Garrosh over here anchoring so that Anubarak cannot get the channel. Anubarak says, cool, if I can't get the channel, I'll just go ahead and summon some beetles and continue sieging in bottom lane with my friends. Sergeant Hammer taken down by Urel in top lane, as she did have the Abathur hat available for some extra damage. No Adrenal Overload level 4. Actually going to be going into the Needle Spine. We do have Mule picked up as well for Abathur, and that's going to be repairing this one tower. Mule doing all the possible work in that top lane for allies. 17 stacks on Shuriken Mastery for Genji. 43 Wave of Light stacks for Uther. We've got Underking and Subterranean Shields for Anubarak at 4 and 7. Greymane Inner Beast active, just getting those autos out, trying to keep the wave cleared. Sergeant Hammer Hover Siege is active. Anubarak goes in with the Impale and the Burrow. Gaff dropped down to 50%. Looks like there's a toss on to Uther. X-Ray looking to chase in. Indomitable activated. There's going to be an Avenging Wrath, and Krankle is going to be picked off here. Another kill over to the side of Space Goofs, and they're making map 1 look like an absolute goof. Greymane lunges in. One Razor Swipe is needed, and Urel actually gets the last auto. The channel begins on the side of, or 4 Space Goofs here, and level 10s are almost in. 5-1 in kills. Space Goofs really making a case for a map number 3 in their favor.
Well done.
So X-Ray Hearth's out for mana, probably uninterrupted. We still have a Baylog pushing up top lane. The Mule actually is almost healed that up to full. And as I said, that 10 talent here for Space Goofs coming in a little bit faster. They need about a wave here. Urel in bottom lane will be zoned back by Sergeant Hammer. Genji floating around to maybe jump in. Speaking of jumping in, Urel just uses Avenging Wrath, gets the Globe. No big deal right there, but I will say mid lane is being shoved in a bit. You've got the Null Pack onto the fort front gate. Does not say, oh wait, they're gonna go back for objective. I actually thought this was completed already. Sven loses the Olaf. There's a Cocoon onto Genji just as the 10 talent tiers come through. Ultimate Evolution. That's 2 Greymanes. There's a Yasuo Greymane in there as well. As Divine Storm from Uther, they lock down the Genji. Hunter Orc being chased by a Yasuo clone. That purple bar is the duration left on the clone. Obviously the health bar is the health bar. Gilnean Cocktail splash through. And Eric will go down to Greymane around the objective. X-Ray gets the channel. And play again from Vikings in the top lane as they really want to take down this one tower. The Mule comes down once again. But I don't... Oh, wait, Abathur's got a hat on this tower as well. Mule's cleared out. Sven, is he going to lose a Viking for this? All right, I got to see. When is Abathur and Mule off cooldown? 38 seconds to go on the bad boy. All right, so that tower should go down. But Abathur delaying things out a bit in top lane. 30 globes for our Vikings currently, if it's tracking correct. Let's check and see if it is. Absolutely, so that's cool. That's very, very good for us. We can see visually. 13 talent here. Still a bit to go. Napalm Strike for the Hammer. Warlord's Challenge. Baylog goes down to the Abathur hat on Urel. Warlord's onto Uther. He goes down. He's got some ghost heals for Anubarak. He's going to have to drop a Cocoon onto Genji. And that was a very necessary Cocoon. Otherwise, that would have been a death onto Anubarak. Meanwhile, Urel gets the top lane fort, Divine Steed, and she's out of there. Bottom lane fort was already down, and Keep Front Gate's going to take some damage, but it won't be falling, won't be felled. Really good map number 2 from the side of Space Goofs. I really got to say, they are turning things around here in this series. All right. Another Viking to be picked off. How many Viking deaths have there been? 1.5. So that is 6 Viking deaths, because I believe it's 0.25 per. And we can do that math sometimes. Eric scouts out. Anubarak won't land his burrow. We have play again from Vikings off cooldown. Genji coming down here as well. There is a Yasuo clone on Greymane. Keep in mind, we don't talk about this very often. Oh, wait, hold on. We'll talk about it after. Play again from Vikings. Warlord's Challenge, X-Strike from Genji, Divine Storm from Uther. There's going to be Ancestor Healing somewhere in all of this. Genji Shuriken Mastery is going to be finished out, and Anubrak will be the one to go down. Krankle's going to throw down the Groundbreaker. They are trying to get this boss. Can they actually do it? The Napalm Strike damage over time is pretty good on the point. Sai is very low. Greymane tries to roll away. They do get the boss on the side of Space Goofs, but this is going to be an Wait, hold on. Sai is going to just slice, dice, and take down so many enemies. Genji gets the Swift Strike away. And no chase onto him. Wait, maybe? Dequaza, Divine Steed gets the dismount. Avenging Wrath to close the distance. Shuriken's thrown into the face. 13 talents here with the Shin Gun does deal decent damage. Boss in bottom lane. Wow! I can't believe that. Wild play right there. I legitimately think that I thought that Vinland Raiders were just gonna like heavily come out on top, but no, they were the ones to be felled to fall. So here's the thing that we don't talk about very often. Obviously, Ultimate Evolution allows you to clone a character, but what we don't talk about is that Abathur has perfected the clone, granting it 20 spell power, 20 bonus attack damage, and 10% bonus movement speed. We don't talk about that extra 20, 20, and 10 right there. We don't talk about that very often. And I think it's overlooked by some people here and there. Now, there's some people in chat and YouTube like, oh, Mr. Bahamut, I know. That's the reason I'm a level 100 Abathur with a 50% win rate in my Storm League games. But you know what? Not everyone knows that. Not everyone is a Grandmaster Pro player like most of my Twitch and YouTube chat. So sometimes we gotta teach through our casting. No, Sven! He's gonna save Eric, okay. 42 globes for the Vikings. Boss in bottom lane got some damage onto the keep front gate. Boss in top lane is gonna do the same thing. Channel begins with the second objective. We know it's second because, well, we counted it, but also it's 40 seconds of channel time necessary. 16 talent here. There's going to be the Ultimate Evolution onto Yrel. Yasuo's gonna go in and gets alley-ooped out by Krankle. This clone is gonna be immediately cleared out. There is some pressure onto a Viking, but that's not really crazy value. Viking in mid and bottom are pushing out. Abathur playing safe by the keep. Big burrow in from Anubrak, tries to go for the Impale. There's a Divine Storm. Warlord challenges the answer. The Ancestor Healing will connect onto the Genji, who goes for the X-Strike onto the few of the enemy players. The objective phase will be picked up by the side of Space Goofs. Cocoon onto Rhaegar. Is there any sort of follow-up into a kill? Righteous hammered into the wall. Greymane lunges in as the allied toss throws Hunter Orc away. Genji gets the kill onto Anubrak. X-Ray low, but no secondary kill. Balog does go down. You only play against bots? Hey, nothing wrong with that. I've got a lot of games against bots. How do you think I learned how to play the game? How do you think I tested stuff out? I would always remember, like, whenever a new character used to... Back in my day when we got monthly releases of characters, I would legitimately take the character that just came out, and I would go into AI games and just spam that character until level 5. 1, for the gold, and 2, so I could actually figure out how to play the character before going into quick match and ruining people's lives just trying to figure something out. That Catholic guilt, man! But it was also fun. Like, it was fun. You go into AI, you test out the character. If you lose, it's whatever. Typically, you didn't lose unless... Once in a while, you lose an AI game, and you're like, you know what? All right, that's enough of that today. Pro tip from Bronze 5. If you can beat the bots, you deserve Master Rank. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Boss and bottom up in 55 seconds. Boss and top up in 2 minutes. What's up, Darth? How you doing today, bud? Happy Sunday to you, my friend. Hammer gonna hover siege in. Yrel, flank position. Genji checks the bush. Yrel Avenging Wrath in, Divine Seed immediately. That's going to be a Righteous Hammer to bop people around. Warlord's Challenge, but the X-Ray comes through, and Sergeant Hammer takes down the Uther. The Anubrak will be picked off as well. Is this map falling apart to the side of Space Goofs? They had such a dominant start, and now Uther Ghost will expire. Garrosh looking to anchor in the bush once again. Sergeant Hammer and friends are going to smash and crash through their way through this mid lane fort. Boss is up in 16. I wouldn't mind a rotation for a boss call for bottom lane. Gassy and tired. It's not a bad place to be, though, Darth. Have you decided to take any Gas X? Yo, if you've never taken Gas X, it is so worth it. Especially after eating a big bowl of chili. Oh. Alright, 7-11 in kills, about level 19 on both sides. Boss in bottom lane is going to be pushed into the fort. This will confirm. Is Vinland Raiders composition bad early? Comp that gets better with talent unlocks? I mean, yeah, but you could say that about both sides realistically. The other thing too is like Vikings are going to start finding a lot of value post level 20. And I think that's going to be a big factor. So, like, I would really... The way the Vikings are being played on the map right now, I'd really like to see them go into Fury of the Storm. So they have their each individual charge on that AoE, or that minion wave sort of... Not insta-clear, but many minion wave hit. So I would really like to see... I'd really like to see that, and then the Vikings can continue to push waves out. I mean, yeah, but both teams scale really well. Late game scaling also is going to be very good for this Ultra Capacitor. So here's the Fury of the Storm, as I was mentioning. Every 5 seconds, the next base attack will deal 90 additional damage to the target and 230 to all nearby minions, mercenaries, and monsters. Each Viking has their own cooldown. A Newbrag burrows in. That's an Ancestor healing onto Hunter Orc with the Farseer's Blessing to get an extra splash. Cocoon will connect, but that is going to be Genji Garrosh going down. Uther will fall. He's got Redemption level 20. Righteous Hammer bopping onto Gaff, who is going to be able to zoom away. Rhaegar is... I thought I was going to stick onto Rhaegar, but it seems like another Viking will fall. And this boss is stolen away by Space Goofs, as Sergeant Hammer does go down. You just woke up, you need water, aspirin, and time. Can't blame me on that. What about a cheeseburger for breakfast? Oh, dude, cheeseburger sounds so good right now. Oh. I had someone in Quick Match critique my talent build and told me to go practice versus AI. Oh, Turbo, honestly, that's always going to happen. If you play in Quick Match and do bad, your teammates will tell you to go play AI. If you play Storm League and do bad, your teammates will tell you to go play Quick Match. It's just... Those people, you just mute and you say nothing to them. Well, shining moment for Vinland Raiders, but it is going to be snuffed out. And ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a 1-1 score. A 1-1 score between these two teams, as El Turak Pass will be a victory for Space Goofs. All right. Let's do what we always do. Let's go ahead and pay out the bet. Space Goofs did win. We will go ahead and roll out some ads. Consider subscribing to the stream, because did you know, if you have Amazon Prime, you've got Prime Gaming. If you've got Prime Gaming, you've got one free sub here at twitch.tv/Bahamut Gaming. Get yourself some ad-free viewing. Get yourself some amazing emotes. And I have a deal with the John Cena. He'll show up at Jeff Bezos' house and deliver a close-handed slap to the penis of Jeff Bezos. Would you like to harass a billionaire today? Surprise! Subscribe now! Subscribe now! Otherwise, enjoy the ads. Or don't. Or don't subscribe. And Bandit will be sad. You don't want to do that, do you? You don't want to make Bandit sad. Unless you're a horrible human being. Are you? Are you? Alright. Well, I took off my sweater. I didn't get an immediate 40 new subs, so sweater back on. Bandit has a shark growing out of his face? Or does that shark have a bandit growing out of its face? I love it when people do stupid things in their professional lives that goofy. There was a weatherman who incorporated song lyrics into his forecasts. Alright, I am back. Sorry for the delay. Grab myself a nice can of soda water. There we go. Cheers, chat. Happy Sunday. You gotta hydrate if you want to party. Ruby red grapefruit. Oh, such a good flavor. Welcome back into the Banshee Cup. Qualifier number 4. Grand Finals. Best of 5 series. Tomb of the Spider Queen is map number 2. 3. Map number 3. Map number 3 of the day is going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen. Vinland Raiders on the left-hand side. We've got a Space Goofs on the right. Medivh Diablo banned away. Chromium what? To be removed. That looks like Chuhai. No, it's just polar. It's just polar seltzer water. Naturally calorie free. It's premium. Oh man, I love soda seltzer water. Oh, I love soda and seltzer water. Like, when I went to Europe, everyone was like, make sure that you specify you don't want soda water. I'm like, no, dude, I always want soda water. Hell yeah, I do. I mean, if I have to pay for water all over Germany, if I gotta pay for water, I might as well get water I enjoy, and I love stabby water. Hanzo Anduin for the right side. We have Maev first picked on the left. This is the Meta Madness of Draft, so the 20 heroes we saw in the previous 2 maps are unavailable here. What do we want to go into with this Maev? So far it's control with the Umbral Bind, but they need wave clear, they need a healer. I don't really know what direction they're leaning into. I mean, it could be main tank Maev, realistically. It could be main tank Zul, we don't know. This could be a Cho'Gall. Honestly, this could be Cho'Gall right here. What if both teams are angling for a Cho'Gall composition? What if both teams are drafting for it? Because honestly, either side could go for it. Wait, water in restaurants is not free in EU? Is it not? Don't you have to pay for water in wherever you go? At least I remember in Germany you had to pay for water for like everywhere. I also remember seeing a meme when I came back making fun of how like water isn't free in EU or something like that. Restaurants in Germany generally serve bottled water when you order water. Therefore, if you would like tap water, Litzudswasser, you need to specify. You need to specifically ask for it. Typically, tap water is free, while bottled water on average costs €350, and 8 for a large. Yeah. Like, I remember, I would like. The first thing I would do, like almost every single day when I would get up in Germany, was I would usually walk places, but I would get up and I would walk and go get like a bottle of water from like the store or something. Also, I don't think the tap water is very good in Europe. I don't think the tap water is very good. I'd rather have that than the tipping culture in the United States. Oh, I'm not saying we're better or worse for our water, but I agree. The tipping culture in the United States is stupid. Neither of these teams picked up a Cho'Gall. We have a Deathwing, Kael'thas, Hanzo, Anduin versus a Vala, Ariel, Zul, Malfurion, Maev. So this is a main tank Maev or main tank Zul. Main tank Maev, because Zul will probably be in the solo lane. Tipping needs to die, pay people proper wage. I agree. I absolutely agree. I'm right there with you, bud. I'm absolutely right there with you, but unfortunately, as I've said before, when people are like, why don't you guys just switch to metric? I am just a bald ginger who streams on Twitch and is not that popular. So no one really cares what I have to say. All right. Map number 3 in this best of 5 grand finals. Obviously, it's not our last map, but one team will have the advantage here. Let's go ahead, load on in, get into map 3, Tomb of the Spider Queen, right side. We've got the members of Space Goofs, and it will be a play on your stitches. Size the Hanzo, X-Ray, Kael'thas. Dequaza will be your Deathwing, and Yasu on Anduin. Vinland Raiders in the blue, Krankle, Ariel, Hunter Orc playing Malfurion, Nano, Hypercarry Vala, Gaff on Maiev. Well, actually, it's really not Hypercarry, but main tank Maiev, I do believe, and Zool will be played by Sven. We'll get our gamble going here in just a moment. Get ready. Twitch prediction will be up in about 40 seconds. Order tap water and get it for free. Never got that thing in America. I think it's about the EU. Tap water is safe. Oh, okay. I live in a place in the United States where we have, and this isn't even me exaggerating. We have the best tap water in all of the United States, rated by the Agricultural Association of Water Association. It's something you can Google it. You can Google tap water Lake Tahoe. It's because a lot of our water is runoff and stuff, mountain runoff. Vala, oh, X-Ray with like 40 HP is able to back off, but 22 stacks on Vala already. Deathwing Zool bottom lane. It is a backlash Zool, so Deathwing's got to be careful about that backlash activating. Let's go ahead and start that prediction. Which team is going to win Tomb of the Spider Queen? Chat, get your gambles in. If you believe in one of these teams, put some channel points on the line. Gross Greta, good to see you. Gross? Maybe Gross. Eagles and guns. Yes, Eagles and guns. Regulations in the States on tap water are more strict than bottled water since tap water is essential, but bottled water is a quote-unquote luxury. Tell that to the people of Flint, Michigan. Their water apparently is like they have like the lowest passing grade. Like if you needed a C-, oh, good answer with the Kael'thas Flame Strike. Okay, I saw the fan of knives on the stitches who got the hook is feels bad, man. But Agricultural General Water Association of yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Tahoe has a 99.996 purity rating or something like that. Also, like if you ever come here, you will see people driving around our city with stickers on their car that says "Drink Tahoe Tap." It's legit, like legitimately, like you'll see stickers on people's car like "Drink Tahoe Tap." When I go to the grocery store and someone buys a case of water, I'm like, "You're a tourist." Also, when I go visit Michigan and I drink like the water there, and it's just like, oh, it's so gross. Level 6 is always here for both sides. No scaling off of that, but just noting that we're progressing in our levels between both teams. Turn availability not here just yet for either side. About 30 gems for both sides. Oh, that was a lot of snow. Sorry, just big wind kicked up and dropped a bunch of snow off the right into the window. The lead pipes leaching into their water due to the acidity. The water is fine, but the pipes the problem. Yeah, but from what I looked into at Wildfire, apparently Flint, like they're still barely passing. They're still barely passing acceptable water. Like it's acceptable, but it's like, would you really want to drink it? No. I mean, well water's acceptable to drink, but would you really want to drink it? No. Ugh, well water tastes horrible. Best to worst? Yeah, basically. Okay, alright. Let's circle back into the game. Sudden Vengeance, by the way, for the Maya. That's going to be a great way to deal big bursting damage to Stitches, as it is percent-based damage. 6% of the maximum health. Also, Deathwing. Good way to get some damage, some chunky damage into him. So we have so full Q build for our Hanzo right now. He's the Dragon Awake. The Dragon Hunger's level 16 or level 7. God, I'm hungry. I would rather drink Dasani than Flint water. I'd rather drink Dasani than Flint water, honestly. Zool's able to back away. Has Vala been picked off? No, she is not. All right, 61 stacks, full gambit for her. blue web weavers to descend for Vinland Raiders, as we will have top lane pushed up a little bit here. Okay, just skimming towns, looking at questing stuff as well. Repeated defense halfway done. Jailer's halfway done as well for the Zool. Generation glows for the Kael'thas, 13 out of 20 for the Arcane Barrier activation. Really quickly, just checking the Hanzo stats here. He needs to hit Malfurion 2 times, Ariel once. Another Detainment Strike right there. Another Detainment Strike, repeated defense stack. Top lane Webweaver smashed into the fort. Stitches lands a hook, but he's unable to keep Ariel in range for that Chastise. Root from Malfurion, zones back the enemy. Top lane minion wave still available. The web we've already cleared out. Zool shoves into mid. He actually makes a rotation into top. Maybe finds a Bone Prison onto Stitches. His Backlash up and available. He is going to pop the Backlash, but he's not going to step in for Stitches. Malfurion root onto Stitches as well. Sudden Vengeance not reactivated for Maiev as Ariel drops a self-cast heal. And the top lane fort will sit on just a... Not even a millimeter of HP. Dragon Arrow goes wide through the enemies, and 165 HP remains on this fort in top lane. Gaff wants this. Did you get scouted out? I think he did, okay. Anyways, he's out of there, no big deal. Red Web Weavers will descend, though. Space Goofs have that pushing in. Mr. Bandit, what's up, bud? Alright, Maiev gets the camp or the fort and top finally. Stitches hook, Gorge, Chastise a little early, but that's alright. Vala throws in a W, Light Bomb. Vault of the Warden does not allow her to get away. Spirit of Vengeance isn't going to be enough either. Hanzo finishes out his level 1. Deathwing in bottom lane is trying to pressure Sven, but let's focus back over here. A hook just to the side of Hunter Orc. Space Goofs are making some good strides here in map number 3. Map 3 is looking good for them as well. Oh, we had like no gambles on Space Goofs. That's really disappointing, chat. I am measurably disappointed in you. Dragon Arrow connecting onto this Malfurion. He gets the Tranquility as the Gravity Lapse does connect. Flame Strike from Kael'thas, getting some poke damage. Stitches, he's trying to back away right now. No Leap of Faith activated from Yasuo, as we have Leap of Faith off of cooldown. Red Web Weavers have expired, and the siege value is comparable, not the same, as mid fort is way lower by comparison. Bottom fort took some damage, but either way, no, actually it is available to turn in again for Space Goose. Stitches is low, the Leap of Faith is on point. Hungering Arrow jumps to Stitches. He does get a bite on the enemy. Unfortunately, he will go down. Deathwing drops down from the sky, picks up all of the gems dropped, throws out an Incinerate with the wing flap right there. Cataclysm into the enemy. There's a Phoenix out from Kael'thas as well. Is there a lunge in with the Onslaught? There's the Incinerate as well. Sven, 100 and something HP, is able to back away. Dayquaza just chasing down Hunter Orc, but it's not going to be a chase that he wants to sustain here. Scatter off the wall. Sai is going to throw in Dragon's Arrow. The Stormbow does not connect. X-Ray going for the channel, gets 22 in. Dayquaza with the other chunk of gems necessary. Vala could have a delay on this, and I think she will. Okay. Malfurion back from death. Is there another delay onto Dayquaza? Oh, I think Dayquaza might have canceled early. Searing Light, by the way, was the level 1 pickup, so Ariel can delay with her heal. Dayquaza rotates down to the lower turn-in. Maybe they won't realize he's turning in there. Oh, it's a turn-in race, but it is Dayquaza getting those last gems necessary. 13 talent here for both sides in a moment, as 12 or level 13 is about to be ruled in for Vinland Raiders. This is going to be another defensive Webweaver phase for our blue squad. But as I mentioned, even talent tiers on all of this. Deathwing will be going into Fire and Fury. So maybe we don't see Conflagration 16. Usually it's Wicked Inferno 13 and Conflagration 16. X-Ray, I think, is caught out here. Does have the Arcane Barrier. Maybe it was on cooldown there. Maybe just decided not to activate it. It was on cooldown. I know that was Anduin's portrait, but it is the Kael'thas. Sven avoids the hook, but has to know there's so many enemies down here. Drops the Skeleton Mages. Light Bomb gets the stun. Onslaught in, Incinerate as well. Zool goes down in bottom lane. Stitch is anchoring in the rotation in case the enemy tries to come through. Goes in for a hook, lands it onto Gaff. Is there a Gorge? No Gorge for... Oh no, he did get the Gorge. He did get the Gorge. Onslaught in, Bellowing Roar from Deathwing. As Stitches is out of that containment disc. Webweaver phase in top is pushing in, and bottom. They're very low, but still pushing into the lanes. Okay. So the mid fort goes down. All forts have been removed on the side of Vinland Raiders. Space Goose still have their bottom lane fort available. Deathwing drops down to bottom lane. Taking a look really quickly at the gem count. 51 out of 55, so only 4 necessary for a potential turn-in. Gaff gonna maybe get a few in here. Interrupt from Stitches with a slam. He does, interrupts Crankle with just the positioning, but the slam does not reach onto Gaff in time, so a few gems are turned in. A hook onto Maev. She'll be able to vault and walk away. Zool in bottom lane, pushing things out. Does have the Echoes of Death level 13. Maev gonna go Shadow Armor. Does have that Sudden Vengeance 6% at level 4. Did anyone save Harrison? Nah, the gem's still there. He's still chilling. He's still chilling. Boss check really quickly, or are they gonna start it? Boss checked, okay. Containment Strike into the wall. Repeated Defense already finished out. Dragon Arrow from Hanzo not connecting. Bellowing Roar does push this Maev away. Tranquility activated by the Malfurion. Skeleton Mage is down from the Zool. Sonic Arrow goes out. Seems like there's a disengage for a moment while the 16 comes through. A hook onto Vala and a Gorge as well. Detainment Strike not connecting. Umbrobind, they're look. Oh, okay, good Crystal Aegis. Denies the Light Bomb value. Deathwing drops down from the sky. Nano's the target of a whole heckload of damage. Gets a big burst of healing as Dequaza is chunked quite a bit from the enemy team. 16s on both sides. You got to keep in mind that Manticore for Vala with the auto attack build and Death Dealer and such. She is chunking onto the enemy heroes, and this looks like it is going to be that Webweaver turn-in for the side of Vinland Raiders, as a hook is not going to be able to connect. So, what do we got going on here? Hanzo took the wrong level 16. So obviously this is going to be a Vinland Raiders victory. I don't make the rules, chat. Ooh, they go fishing for an enemy, can't find anything. Golly, I'm so hungry, sorry. I'm doing my best to be a focused caster today, but man, I am hungry. We have been talking for 6 hours straight. And all I had for breakfast was Eggo and bacon. 2 Eggo waffles and 4 pieces of bacon. And I think I had like 5 cups of tea, 4 or 5 cups of tea today. Definitely need something else in my tummy. God, man, I said it earlier, but a cheeseburger would just slap after stream. Granted, I have zero desire to be grilling out in this snowstorm. I don't mind, but I would have to clear off the grill, and it's a lot more work than I want to do. 3 to 5 in current kills, 17 apiece. Bosses being feigned. Nope, Vala started it on the left-hand side. Vala has started it. Darth, thank you for the redemption. Nope, I still got a can of soda water here, so if I don't finish it, I'll give you back your points. If I do, I'll go grab a beer. It will be past noon, so... Grill and chill, literally. Now, I got that pot of chili, dude. I had 2 jalapenos still in the fridge, so I diced those up and I put them into the... So, what I did yesterday was just a can of beans, can of tomatoes, 2 pounds of, like 80-20 beef. Actually, I think it was actually like 1783 beef. I didn't want as much fat. Because it wasn't 80-20, the other option was something a bit more fatty. And I was like, oh, it'll be a little healthy. That's going to be a Cataclysm in from Deathwing on the fight. There's going to be a Bellowing Roar activated, I think. Containment Disc onto Deathwing. He backs away. There's going to be a rundown onto this Kael'thas and Stitches. See, chat, I told you, you didn't take Flawless Technique. You're going to lose the game. Boss in top lane is going to be opening things up, but the Webweavers are going to be managed by Zul and the rest of the friends. So this Webweaver, excuse me, this Tomb game will continue. Liquid bread is a meal, right? Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to be too irresponsible of an adult. But yeah, just beans, tomatoes, 2 pounds of meat, bunch of different seasonings, onion powder, garlic powder, chili powder, a little bit of MSG. Did I add anything? Oh, bunch of pepper, of course. A little bit of salt as well. And I had that in the slow cooker on low for 6 hours yesterday. And then I'll plop it back in the slow cooker for a couple more hours today. Very simple chili slow cooker. Oh, and then as I said, the 2 jalapenos I diced up in there. So it should be interesting. I've never... Usually I just put the jalapenos in whole. But I decided to dice them up, so we'll see how that affects everything. You ever put pigtail in chili? Is that a real thing? Pigtail? I did think about cooking up some bacon and chucking that in there, like making some bacon bits, but then I was like, eh. This is too big. Like I would end up cooking all of the bacon I have, and I'm like, that means that I don't have breakfast meats though. It's the weekend. You don't have to work tomorrow. You don't need to drive. I don't think I can drive anywhere for the rest of the evening. What responsibility am I missing? I need to shovel the back deck. I need to snow blow the driveway multiple times. Yeah. Look, I don't want to be out there operating heavy machinery a little intoxicated. Having a beer while snow blowing, sure. Having your 8th beer while snow blowing, bad idea. Oh, I just gonna go touch the propeller. 20 talent here. Oh, no hook connection right there. We do have the Diamond Resolve for Ariel. Shadow Orb Vengeance, Mortal Wound, Serenity, as well as the Farflight Quiver. Cataclysm in from the Deathwing. There's going to be a Gorge. A Leap of Fate to pull Ariel over here. Another Leap of Fate to pull the Hanzo back over. That's going to be the Diamond Resolve activated. Light Bomb underneath all of this. Still no 20 talent here on the side of Space Goofs, and they do lose their Kael'thas. That's going to be sustained damage from Vala coming through. 169 stacks for her, as I don't believe Vala's fallen yet in this game. No, she has not died at all, so she's full Gambit. A lot of value, and mid lane Webweaver has collapsed on to keep. Top lane Webweaver here as well. This could be the end of the game. Vinland Raiders might be up in this best of 5 grand finals. Yeah. The deck shoveling, not so bad. I don't really mind, you know, a couple beers while deck shoveling, whatever. But it's the snowblower is where I draw the line. I need to, you know, operating heavy machinery is not a smart move. I'd like to have all my fingers, toes, face, all that good stuff. Well, it is going to be Stitches doing his best to defend, but the core shielding is already dropped. The core damage is in place. Nano is just going to body through the Stitches right now, and it is going to be Hanzo Zero mid-flight, but that is going to be map number 3 over to the side of Vinland Raiders. They're one map away from a best of 5, or excuse me, the grand finals of Qualifier 4. Pigtail and chili. Wonder what that would do. I mean, I wouldn't eat the pigtail. No interest in that. Let's see. According to the weather, or the forecast, we still have another 9 inches on the way. Could be the final game of the day as we load on into Battlefield of Eternity, map number 4 in the best of 5 grand finals here in Qualifier 4 for the Banshee Cup. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Murloc mains, YouTube watchers, Twitch chatters. We're here, and this, as I said, could be final map of the day. Looks like there is a lobby issue, so let's go ahead and back out of that. Not sure if there was a DC or if it was a first pick issue. Does not look like the first. Unlucky coin toss. Oh, okay. Looks like coin toss was selected by accident. But still, the idea is still there, Darth. I mean, still definitely there, I agree. I promise I won't cast gaseous form at the function tonight. 3 potions later. Oh, that's good. That's funny. That's funny. All right, welcome back. Could be the final game of the day. Blah, blah, blah. Welcome. Hi. Welcome. We're here. Battlefield. Let's see how things go. Could make an awesome emote. No, I think it will. I think it can as well. As I said, there's an emote that I don't see anyone using like ever, so I'll probably get rid of that and replace it with that, but I have to do a little bit of photoshopping to it. Alrighty then. Let's see. There are currently 30 heroes unavailable as we've played 3 maps. There are no tournament baseline bans. There will be bans at the top of the screen, but that does not add to the list. That only is going to be pertaining to the current map draft. So if we go to map 5, we could see a Samuro potentially. What are we gonna get here for Battlefield? I believe Hanzo, Genji have already been played, so we won't be seeing them. I think Li Ming is still up and available. Rainer's a good race hero. Avala's already been played. Greymane, I believe, has already been played as well. Yeah, I think that was on the Abathar composition game. So, okay. As I said, the hero pools are starting to dwindle. We've got a Sylvanas ban, Samuro ban, a Diablo, and what else to be removed? Murden was played on map 1 on Braxis Holdout, if memory serves me correct, which it rarely does. So the tank pool is getting pretty small, like Mal'Ganis, Mei, Arthas, Cho'Gall is up and available. Do they want to limit the tank pool more? Do they want to get rid of an auto attacker? They're going to get rid of Hogger. Hogger is just constantly banned away.
I'm not checking in.
Big Brain Baja won't tell us which one because he knows we'll try and prove him wrong. Only option is to use to all of them. Yes, it is. Also, the other part is very true as well. Because one time I mentioned that I don't use it, like, I was like, no one uses this emote. And then a bunch of people were like, I use it in other channels. It's like, okay, cool, I guess. That emote actually is back now, but it was really funny. It was gone for a little bit. People didn't even notice until I pointed it out, and they're like, oh yeah, I use that all the time. Medivh Varian, ETC, Ana, and Chromie on the right-hand side. I will say this is considered a very bad map for Medivh, but this also could be a Twin Blades Varian. I'm just saying, chat. You still have the option for a Twin Blades Varian, and then you go into a Cho'Gall, and then yeah, you just win the game. You don't even need to worry about the last character you draft. You just Twin Blades Varian and win the game. Probably a solo lane target here since the Ana ETC Chromie, or maybe an auto attacker for the race. Yeah, they get rid of the solo lane or the Chen. Not bad. You like that Medivh skin? I didn't see which one it was. Is it the one that's a reference to Watchmen? Where it's the reference to the owl dude from Watchmen, which I'm blanking on his name. Oh man, Watchmen's great, by the way. That's a movie I should probably rewatch sometime soon. A long one. It's like 2.5, 3 hours, but Watchmen movie's very good. I remember when that came out, a lot of people were upset, of course, because they didn't do like the whole comic within the comic and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, if they did that, the movie would be like 5 hours long. I think there actually is a separate little movie for the comic within the comic thing. I've had 2 channels retire an emote for being least used overall when it was my personal top 3. Really? Cho'Gall, Medivh, Poggers, I doubt it. It's like black bird dude with green eyes and highlights. Oh, is that? I think that's like the Fel. I think that's like the Fel Medivh, like when he's evil from Warcraft 1. I think that's the Fel version. I might be misremembering, but Mal'Ganis, ETC, Chromie, Ana, and Hypercarry Chromie, Stab, Lunara. Space Goops might take us to a map 5, chat. I actually really like their draft. Now, Medivh is a X Factor. Li Ming could be a pop-off. What is this variant? Is it solo lane? Is it main tank? I assume it's main tank, but... No, it's main tank variant. I doubt we see Twin Blades. Maybe. Excuse me. Maybe a Colossal Smash. By the way, if you did not know, Colossal Smash also does reduce the armor of the objective. So if you do Colossal Smash, the Immortal you're racing, you are going to get the 20% increased race. Just saying, you could reduce the armor by 20%, so maybe it's a consideration. I doubt it. Artanis will be the last pick. Where's Crushinator? Where is Crushinator to cheer on his Artanis and put all the channel points on the Protector of Ire? See, now I'm trying to get towards the bottom of this this soda water can because I'm just like, well, if we go to a map 5, I'll go grab a beer. Why not? Why not party on map 5? But we'll see. We'll see, chat. I pose this to all of you. We'll have the Twitch prediction coming up in just a moment. Get your gambles in for... Let's get some big gambles. Could be the final game of the day, as I said. Could be the final game of the day. So let's get some nice, hearty gambles on this. Let's spread the channel point cheer. That way you all have more channel points to spend in the upcoming week with all the fun games, streams, and all that good stuff coming up. But let's introduce our players, introduce our teams. On the left-hand side, looking for a 3-1 victory here on Battlefield of Eternity in this grand finals for Qualifier 4 of the Banshee Cup. It's going to be Vinland Raiders, Sven playing Artanis. We have got a Hunter Orc Stukov, Medivh played by Nano, Crankle on Varian, and Gaff will be your Li Ming.
10 seconds.
Right side of the map, solo lane ETC Guitar Hero, played by Dayquaza for the members of Space Goofs who want this map 5 through Battlefield. Sai on the Lunara, throws out the Wisp immediately. She has Sentinel Wisp. We can actually showcase that vision in a moment. Play on your Mal'Ganis. Yasu playing Chromie, and X-Ray will be the Ana. I always like to show this. This is the vision. Look at this vision increase. Look at this. Look at that vision increase. That is insanity to me, how much vision you're able to grab from Sentinel Wisp level 1. With that, let's go ahead and start out our prediction chat. I pose this to all of you. Get some good gambles in. Let's get a nice, big, hearty gamble on both these teams. Who do you believe in? Will it be a 3-1 victory, or are we going to a map number 5? Now, Ganis with a Night Rush puts a couple enemies to sleep for a moment. Li Ming answers into Sai with a combo. Artanis up in top lane. Protector, excuse me, he's going to go Amateur Opponent level 1. Fetid Touch for Stukov. Portal Mastery for Medivh. Time Walker's Pursuit, so extra vision. Every 25 seconds, Chromie can use that. She also gets the 10% spell power. Also the faster arming time of traps. Sentinel Wisp, as we mentioned. Sleep Dart for the Ana. We have a very low Lunara, but she wiggles her way out of some impending damage. You want a map 5? Me too, buds. Well, we got 5,000 on both teams, actually. 5,000 on both teams. We got some odds. That's nice. Thank you. Some time troubles for Chromie. That's going to be armor buff to allies. Armor debuff by 15 to enemies. The buff to allies is 30. Mal'Ganis stepping in. Couple Fell Claws. Uses the last of the 3 hits to back away. Time Walker's Pursuit, get some more scouting. Medivh stacks, 7 stacks currently. ETC has rotated down into this bottom lane. Chromie getting some fantastic damage. That's a beautiful power slide onto a lot of the enemies. There's gonna be a portal flank, but meanwhile, Sai is like, I got the damage over time on your face. And Medivh is able to bird up and get out of here. Is there enough damage over time? On to Sven. Sven, damage over time. Protection from Medivh. Is it gonna be enough? It is. And Artanis will not fall, but he is going to be very low. Medivh, 9 stacks currently. as he was able to save his ally. Gonna try and throw out some arcane rifts from the safe side of this wall. Meanwhile, Chromie answers with a bit of damage of her own. As a reminder, we always get all excited about Medivh games, because if Medivh dies before he finishes the arcane rift, he will lose all stackage. It's not like Hanzo Redemption where you lose a few, or Greymane, Wizened Duelist where you lose a few. It is, or actually that one I think you lose half of current stacks, but Hanzo you just lose like 3 of the current you have. Magic Missiles, Raven Familiar, Shield Battery on the Artanis, Overdose on Ana. Is that the Nature's Culling? It is indeed. So you got that 125 on basically anything but heroes. Toxin damage is increased by 125% to anything. So it's structures, immortal, all that good stuff. Very good racing talent for Lunara at level 4. Gaff is going to be able to get the portal. Meanwhile, Chromie on the right-hand side does go down to Medivh. 15 stacks on his Arcane Rift as Lunara just continues to focus on the immortal. Not really too concerned about the enemy, just wants to burn down this immortal. Artanis is racing her, and it is going to be a fairly close. I mean, we're looking at a less than 100 difference between these two teams, but ETC gets a power slide through. That's going to be Li Ming, the one to go down. Fellclaw's coming through. Is there a Night Rush maybe to lock down the enemy heroes? Not going to be the case. Artanis has gone to top lane to clear things out. Meanwhile, Ana in the bottom is going to tap well, but I think this is going to be straight to race from both sides, and we'll see who's going to be a little bit faster. Artanis has rotated back out of top lane. X-Ray has made his way back into this. It's going to be a close one here, Chad. It's going to be maybe 100 or so, a couple hundred, as it's 596 difference in favor for the side of Space Goofs. This immortal goes down to bottom lane while ETC clears out the Fallen Shaman, which only gets the fort front gate. Little combo out from Li Ming, looking to poke at the enemy heroes. Not gonna collide with anyone. Immortal spinning. Moving into melee mode as the shielding has gone down. Chromie throwing in some sand, zones back Gaff really quickly. The Immortal breaks through the fort front gate as 7 talent here has also been picked up. We've got the Choking Pollen on Lunara. So Noxious Blossom deals 100% more damage to enemies afflicted by Nature's Toxin, increased to 175% against heroes with 3 stacks. And that's those little leaves we've had on some of the characters. I purposely left that up, so if you are wanting to see the Lunara stackage or marks that she's done, you can at least see who she's dotted up, if you will. Bottom lane fort goes down. Space Goofs are looking for that map 5, and it's looking pretty promising. Fetid Touch needs 1 more stack. 23 out of 40 for Medivh on his baseline Arcane Rift. 16 out of 25 for Varian's Lion's Maw. And those are all the questing talents of note. Chromie's already got her level 10. She gets things a little earlier than everyone else. 2 levels specifically. She's holding level 10. I'm assuming it's gonna be... I actually have no idea. Like, Slowing Sands or Time Walker's Pursuit can kind of be... Or not, Slowing Sands or Temporal Loop can be kind of mitigated by that Medivh shenanigans. But it's gonna be Slowing Sands. Good zoning tool. Feta Touch versus Tempora Loop. Not a big fish guy, but Tempora, oh, Tempora slaps. Mal'Ganis, is he gonna get the, he gets the Fellclaws out. Dayquaza comes in with a power slide, able to create some space and allows Mal'Ganis to get out of here. He's gonna Hearth back for full. He gets a couple of healing darts from X-Ray really quickly. That allows him to sit in the Hall Storms less. Charge, taunt. Arcane Rift out from Medivh. Power slide through. No mosh pit, no level 10. The only lockdown was that power slide. Varian stepping in with a bit of damage. Gaff on the Li Ming a little bit low. And I don't know what Mal'Ganis is. I don't think he's seen over here. Artanis in bottom lane is still managing this camp. And as I said, the 10 talent tiers are almost here. Yasuo starts working on Immortal. Charge from Varian, taunt onto Mal'Ganis. ETC power slides through onto Hunter Orc. A lot of Raven Familiar calls right there. We'll check the nano stackage in a bit, but I think they're somewhere around the high 20s. Yasuo caught out. Time stops himself, but Yasuo's still dead. It's a reset for Gaff. Varian has taunt up in 10 seconds. Blade dash, face, prism swap onto Dayquaza. Twin Blades finds the kill. That's a reset for Li Ming. And Immortal Phase. Wait a minute. Portal set up. They want to chase down X-Ray, but X-Ray goes south and avoids the dive from the portal. 10 talents almost here. We already saw the slowing stance picked up by the Chromie, as I had mentioned, but let's see what we're going to pick up as well. Nano Boost. Dark Conversion, Carrion Swarm, what are we looking at? Varian's done with his level 1. It's going to be a Carrion Swarm, Leaping Strikes, and ETC Mosh Pit. Okay. Nano Boost onto Chromie to try and work through this Immortal a little bit faster. Leyline Seal from Medivh, 30 stacks currently. Ganis on the left-hand side harassing onto these backline units. ETC drops a Mosh Pit. We're going to see somebody dancing. It's it's Li Ming, sorry. Like Anduin was played in a previous game. ETC power slides, connects onto the Artanis, but he goes in for the blade dash and gets the kill. Meanwhile, Li Ming is going to go to the beach. She's going to be falling. Krankle with 158 HP is trying to do his best to back away. And Medivh on 31 stacks, but this looks like another Immortal Phase to the side of Space Goofs. All right, Immortal looking pretty hardy here, going to the top lane. The fort front gate has already been taken down. The fort has taken no damage, but this Immortal scaled up a bit here. Alarian's going to be dealing, Belith is going to be dealing 642 damage into structure, standard, into structures 1,248. Sorry, let me talk like U.S. politicians. 1,284 damage. Line from the Artanis will be coming through. Suppression Pulse activated. Yasu. I think that was a timeout from the level 13, level 11, if you will. Nano boost onto Lunara. She wants to go in onto Li Ming. And Li Ming, you are dead. Power slide. Sleep Dart goes out. Hunter Orc able to get the portal out as well. ETC maybe looking for a mosh pit onto Nano. Leyline Seal goes onto 4 enemies. If ETC can land a mosh on Nano, that is a guaranteed Medivh kill, in my opinion. Slowing sands go out. Medivh is slowed. 39 stacks. He needs one more Arcane Rift. He should find... Oh, no, he doesn't find it right there. I expect Medivh to finish out, but you just never know, chat. You really never know. Quick camp over here to be grabbed. 13 talent here. Almost picked up by Space Goofs. Artanis showing in bottom lane. I got nothing against the Medivh player. I got nothing against Nano, but I really would like to see Medivh lose stacks, especially at 39. There's just something so satisfying about watching Medivh lose stacks. As I said, I got nothing against Nano. I got stuff. I got opinions about Medivh. Woohoo. Okay, top lane cleared out. I mean, if he just drops down, he gets the insta stack and then probably insta dies. Mal'Ganis scouts out Varian. Lurking Arm. Massive shove on the top of our screen. Pushes back Lunara. ETC is going to not... Oh, I thought he was going to have a power slide mosh pit there. Not the case. Face melts the enemy. I gotta be honest, my eyes are just glued on Medivh trying to finish this Arcane Rift. 1 stack to go. He missed 2 of them right there. They were just out of range. Both teams are going to be splitting the camps or grabbing camps of their own for top and bottom. Granted, forts in top and bottom are still very healthy for the side of Space Goofs. Port front gate has already gone down over there. First Immortal Phase is going to be raced down between both sides. Medivh did get level 13 with the Enduring Will. Glass Cannon Li Ming. No one ever has opinions about Li Ming talents, so everyone's going to accept that she took Glass Cannon at 13. Medivh still Bird, trying to scout out. Mal'Ganis is getting some Fell Claws. Good Night Rush onto a few. Sleep Dart activated by the Ana. There's a Biotic Grenade thrown into the enemy. Suppression Pulse is thrown in. Medivh is done with stackage. Time to feed, chat. Carrion Swarm will be activated. I thought it was going to be stunned out or swapped out. There's the swap from the Artanis. He's going to Blade Dash in, trying to find some damage onto the enemy. Biotic Grenade goes out, denying some healing for a few seconds. Leyline Seal goes wide of the enemy team. Chromie gonna go try and finish out the Immortal in the north side of things. So the Fallen Shaman in top lane is gonna be crashing onto the keep. Fallen Shaman in bottom working on the fort. And Chromie's gonna get the rest of this objective, so Lunara goes and clears out the rest of the bottom lane minion wave. Oh, my apologies. There was a portal forward. Medivh is able to take down ETC, but decently shielded Immortal as the top lane Fallen Shaman. There's a catapult also fixated onto this keep. Can they actually save this? Can Artanis get here and clear this out fast enough? Time Walker's Pursuit reveals Sven going to top lane. Immediately takes out the catapult, but the minion wave is too much. And by the way, in bottom lane, there's a portal deep dive onto X-Ray and Psy. Doesn't work out. Night Rush onto 3. Medivh is very, very low. Gaff is dead. Medivh sets up the portal, but he just keeps running on out. Chromie's gonna mount up. Nano's gonna go through the corridor over here. Stukov doubles back to try and get out through the portal. Chromie and Lunara scout out Medivh. He's dead. Chat, is this game 5? Are we on the path for game 5 here? You'll love to see it? Okay, Mal'Ganis a little bit low. 16 talent here on the side of Space Goofs. Power slide in from ETC. Massive shove. Collides into the corner of the wall, or the edge right there. Keep shots. Oh my god, the keep shots almost take down Mal'Ganis. You actually see that negative 20 just as his W Necrotic Embrace armor expires. Let's hope so. Well, all structures, except for, of course, the core have been felled. Actually, that's not true. There still is this very pain-in-the-butt tower in the middle. Sometimes distracts your catapults from ending the game for you. Okay. Starwood Spear for Lunara. Increase Lunara's basic attack range by 0.5. Using Crippling Spores increases Lunara's basic attack range by an additional 2.25 for 6 seconds. So baseline, she's increased to 6. And when she triggers this, she outranges structures by 0.25. As keeps, forts, and the core have a range of 8. Towers, the defensive structures on the gates for the keeps and the forts, have a range of 7.8. Chromie changes broker here. What? We haven't gotten a patch in like a bajillion years. What are you even talking about? How can has Chromie just been busted since the end of HOTS? How you doing today, Mostelos?
Blue team's core is under attack.
Catapult on core. But it shouldn't end. Scratches the core shielding. Minion wave will clear that out. Fallen Shaman picked up on the right. Fallen Shaman picked up on the left. Chromie, Time Walker's Pursuit will be scouting out the enemy on the left-hand side. Night Rush finds Varian. Blade Dash, no Psionic Prison thrown in there as well. It's even talent here. 2 levels advantage to Space Scoops. Bottom lane Fallen Shaman quickly cleared out. Top lane Fallen Shaman cleared up by the Artanis. Lurking Arm out as well from Stukov. Bottom and top are pushing in, and the convenient part for Space Scoops is there's no periodic catapult pressure against theirs, so top and bottom will constantly shove it in their favor. Mal'Ganis finds the Medivh. He's going to be chunked quite a bit, gets the portal out in time. Lunara with the nano boost is on the left-hand side trying to take down Sven. And the pressure is on. ETC face melts onto Sven. Mosh pit still up and available. I don't think we've had a single mosh pit. Oh no, we've had one. We've had one mosh pit. Leyline seal. Whoa, Lunara damage over time onto Li Ming is just way too much. That's going to be a double kill. I think that might be the beginning of the end. I was flaming the mosh pit for not happening, and there it is immediately. Ana will be picked off, but I do think they still take down Sven here. And is Varian left? Yeah, Varian's going to be left to take down Lunara. Slowing Sands. There's the shield wall. Lunara getting a couple autos back into Varian. He's going to try and wiggle his way out of the Yasu's sand. And Yasu wants the kill. He wants the penta. Time stop. Shield wall. Time stop.
Blue team.
Finland!
All right, chat. I'm hanging in there. How you will ask, I just am. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for coming by the stream, bud. Hopefully your day improves with our fun. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for swinging in. Checking out the games. All right. Space Goofs, punch the ticket for map 5. Where are we going to wrap up today's final best of 5? It's about sending a message. What was the message? Tacos are great. A cheeseburger after stream sounds killer. Oh god, I need to stop thinking about cheeseburgers, dude. I need to stop thinking about cheeseburgers. Your channel points back either way. I'll probably do it off stream or right at the end, and then you'll probably get your points back either way. All right, chat, we're here. We're ready to go. Final game of the day. Final map. There's no more maps to be had after this, so I expect and I anticipate and I put this on you, chat, like a nice big gamble. Big gambles. Don't be a coward. Spend everything but 1 channel point. Thank you again for the redemption. There's a channel called Krillin. Is there an emote of Frieza beating him up? Why can't I get rid of this thing? I don't want to follow the Krillin channel. I want it to go away. Why is it doing this? There we go. God. Oh, I see why it's doing this. Okay, it's okay. All right. Well, I'm just not gonna look at that anymore. Oh wait, I know how to fix this. Refresh. Ah, I'm a genius. All right, there we go. All right, so back into it. Oh, I wonder what Vinland Raiders are going to try and do.
Somebody, please get this man a
Sub. Tier 1 sub alert works. Thank you very much, Cav. Wildfire.
Way to go, dude! Hooray!
Wildfire. Oh, there's a Krillin exploding. I love it, Turbo. Cav, thank you for the tier 1 gifted sub. For Zool Rules, you started a hype train. Wildfire, thank you for the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. And you have continued our hype train. If you would like to take part in the hype train and test more of our alerts, be sure to join in now. You've got 4 minutes and 20 seconds
smoke weed every day.
to get your, I was gonna say predictions in, to get your donations in during the hype train. Thank you all. Thank you very all much for the hype train. I appreciate it greatly. As I said, if you'd like to take part in the hype train, if you'd like to support the stream, it is super duper appreciated. You get yourself some hype train emotes, so you get, not only do you support the stream, but you also get some hype train emote kickbacks. Kerrigan, Tyrael. Okay, they ban the Malthael. They ban the Tychus. How do you not pick Cho'Gall right here, right now? How do you not just take Thank you. Thank you. Now, I will say this. Cho'Gall has been played 3 games that I've seen, and he's lost every single one. So Cho'Gall currently has a 0% win rate in the Banshee Cup. If I might be wrong on that, but I've seen 3 Cho'Gall games, and they've all been losses. So we'll see what happens on this. I'm excited, though. Probably healer target ban. Her Royal Thickness is out of here. White Mane's still up. Ariel's already been played. Rhaegar's already been played. Brightwing, I believe, has already been played. If Brightwing actually has not been picked up and she makes it... No, she was picked up early. I made a Cho'Gall comment about that. Vinland Raiders might not win the match, but they win our hearts. Of course they win the match. They got Cho'Gall. What are you talking about? Diablo is also a ban. Indeed it is. That's not possible. Cho'Gall is the strongest choice. Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Well, anyways, hype train's still going. Lily is up. Yeah, Lily's up. Lily is up. You can go battle Lily if you wanted. I'll 100% be voting for the Cho'Gall team. Oh, if I could bet my own channel, I would too. Percent-based damage on Falstead, pretty nice. So if you did not know this, by the way, chat, if you did not know this, if you take a Butcher into Cho'Gall, just saying, If you take a Butcher into Cho'Gall and you kill Cho'Gall with Butcher around, Cho'Gall drops 2 stacks of meat. Now, no, she was already played. She was already played, wasn't she? There's no way she... She was already played, wasn't she? Did they forget about Brightwing? Anyways, I don't think they're gonna pick Butcher. I think it'll be like a solo laner or something like that. But it could be funny if they do pick Butcher into all of this. I think they, yeah. Thrall with his Rolling Thunder level 1 is pretty good here. Okay. Wasn't Brightwing played? I guess she wasn't. I thought we already had a Brightwing game, but apparently we didn't. So that's actually like huge. That's huge for Vinland Raiders, man. Okay. Alrighty. All right. Okay. We'll see how this goes. Am I confusing an earlier series? It all starts to blend together at a point. It all starts to blur together. On the right side of Infernal Shrines in this best of 5 series, we've got Space Goofs who have fought their way through the lower bracket, fought their way in this. Sorry, my brain started doing blazing sounds. Fought Dix, fought Drought. Sai is going to be playing your Cassie, or your, your Kerrigan. We have a Dayquaza Thrall, X-Ray on Deckard Cain. Ply is going to be your Tyrael, and last but not least, Yasuo Falstad. Left side of the map is going to be Vinland Raiders, Nano Dahaka. No, excuse me, Sven Dahaka, Nano for the Zagara, Hunter Orc on Brightwing, and Gaff and Krankle will be playing Cho'Gall. Thank you all for the hype train. I appreciate it very much. Let's get the voting. Let's get to voting indeed. All the level 1s are available at the bottom of your screen. Cho'Gall's getting pulled in. There's going to be a surging fish out. Actually, that might have been a little shove from the Gall there, but either way. No kill early on. First Punisher will be frozen in the top lane. And as I said, let's get that gamble going, chat. Final gamble of the day. Let's see a nice big prediction. Let's see a nice big prediction. Do you believe in Cho'Gall or not? Do you believe in Cho'Gall or do you believe in the lower bracket runners here? Because I gotta say, Space Goofs, they've played a lot of games today. Space Goofs have played 1, 2, 3 best of 3s and this best of 5. If Space Goofs take the W here, it's gonna be huge in my opinion. All right. Camp over here is already being started. No defense. Oh, Zagara throws in some Banelings here. Did go into the infested drop level 1. Dahaka brush stalking in. Activates his Dark Swarm. Sai a little bit low. As Kerrigan goes for the combo, lands it into Cho'Gall, but this fight does not look like it's going the way of Space Goofs. Sven's still so very healthy. Somehow Thrall actually gets the channel on the objective, and also X-Ray with just beautiful potion handling. Able to get enough healing out to the allies during that engagement. Nobody goes down. Camp is stolen away. Funny enough, this camp isn't even over here grabbed or anything. I have Kilrog for some vision. Get some vision. Might be able to see someone on the camp. Yasuo a little bit low on the Falstad. Gonna get poked at this front gate, which a lot of siege value is being achieved right here. Thrall in the top lane. Did go to that Rolling Thunder at level 1, and the big thing is going to be that % damage, but right now the fight continues in bottom lane. It's going to let you all know it's going to be if the target is an enemy hero, then also deals damage to them equal to 3% of their maximum health and healing for the same amount, so more sustainability for the Thrall at that moment. Sharpened Blades for Kerrigan. So the question is, do they give over Frozen Punisher? A lot of Kerrigan compositions will give first Punisher, or at least Kerrigan will go and do double soak duties between mid and bottom to try and get that sharpened blade finished out a little bit faster. Thrall, level 4, Frostwolf pack. He's going to poke at Dahaka here and there. Doesn't want to miss that W, that Frostwolf, or the Feral Spirit, because if you miss the skill shot, you reset back to 0. Of course, once you finish out the quest, it's completed out. You don't need to worry about missing. Oh, Mr. Bandit, you're doing so good, bud. You're doing so good today, Mr. Bandit. All right, 24,400 versus 20,800. Bottom lane siege continues. The fort is below 50%. 7 talents here, almost here on both sides. Cho'Gall continues to poke out, now in mid lane. And Venom Spines on our Zagara here, so she'll be able to have a little extra damage. I think that's an auto reset as well, if I'm not mistaken. No, yeah, I think it's an auto reset. Like, I think you can auto hit 1 or the activation for this, and then your basic attack resets and you cast it very quickly. Gaffnickel gets the phase shift from Brightwing, hyper shift value coming in. 7 talent here will have the bile drop picked up by Zagara, and as I said, she has the corpse feeders level 1. Kerrigan working on this objective. Dahaka soaking out in the bottom lane. Falstead looks like he'll float down there to match. Meanwhile, Tyrael jukes me on my own camera operation, missing his Eldruin's Might out. Kerrigan takes a Baneling Barrage to the face, and she's absolutely fine. Cho'Gall takes the jump from the Punisher. Decker Kane lands a Scrollless Ceiling. Does have Sapphire and Emerald at 1 and 7. Potion of Shielding was picked up at level 4. 10 talent here, almost here on both sides. Questing talent-wise, Dahaka's on 3 stacks out of 10 on his enhanced agility, so 126% movement speed. I have Kilrog for a bit of vision over here. The Surging Fist in, the pressure continues. Blink. No, that was a phase shift from the Brightwing onto this Cho'Gall. Dayquaza getting really low on Thrall and will go down. Any stackage that was picked up on that level 4 is completely reset, and the Cho'Gall composition continues to pressure in the top lane as we cycle through the other numbers for the 10 talent tiers at the top of the screen. Let's take a look at the damage, healing, and experience in map number 5, our final map of the day in this best of 5 grand finals. Falstad flies up, flank position. Surging Fist onto him. Tyrael tries to jump in. Potions being thrown out, but Yasuo has to barrel roll away. Cho'Gall and crew continue to open up the top lane. Mortar Punisher will be our second Punisher of the game. Could be picked up by Space Scoops, or the momentum for Vinland Raiders could be massive. I believe in Dayquaza on Thrall. Ouch, right in the belief. Okay, so only 1 kill early on. 10 talent here still to the right-hand side first. X-Ray reveals the creep and clears that out. Gust Falstad, Sundering Thrall. We gotta stay a while and listen. Ultralisk and what? I assume it's Sanctification, but sometimes you want that Judgment onto the Brightwing. Nope, Sanctification for the Tyrael. Opposing side, Twisting Nether, Twilight Hammer, Devouring Maw, Blink Heal, and Isolation. No global from Zagara, just going to be leaning into Devouring Maw. Oh, wait, hold on. Kerrigan gets dragged in the rotation, and second kill over to the side of Vinland Raiders here. And the big thing, Chad, is you really don't want that Cho'Gall to start scaling over you. You really don't want that Cho'Gall composition to start running away in experience and getting to 16 talent here. Also having a significant gap in experience, because that just is a rough go if that becomes the situation. Bottom lane Mortar Punisher should be announced soon. Until then, some poke onto the fort. If they actually take this down, it's kind of big because there's no well to retreat to in the bottom lane during the objective phase. Now, there is the well in mid to go tap if needed, but you are still opening up the map further. You're able to chase the enemy, and if you get the objective, well, you're going to be knocking on a keep front gate sub 10 minutes. Oh my god, it's like I know this game so very well. Dahaka's already on 5 stacks. That means he has mount speed for 5 seconds after tapping a bush. The level 1 augment increases it from 2 seconds baseline to 5 seconds, so it's a 3-second increase, or, yeah, 3-second increase. And then, as I said, you can get, once you're at 10 stacks, you're 10% faster than mount speed. But halfway through, you've got mount speed, which is a nice way to chase down enemies. sustain these fights. Thrall and Deckard finish out this camp over here. Falstad in the top lane continues to auto and building up his level 1 questing talent. 22 stacks on the frequent flyer. Seems like this is going to be an objective given. Falstad's going to go clear out the camp. I don't think they're going to be able to clear things out and make the rotation. Kerrigan in mid, though, is in a bit of a rough spot if she's caught out. And it looks like she will be. Sundering from Thrall creates a window, but Kerrigan just can't do anything quick enough. Twisting Nether activated by Cho'Gall as they dive back towards the objective and start working on these skeletal defenders once again. Kerrigan dead for 18 seconds, and that is going to be Falstad going to top lane saying, maybe I can push in against Sven, but this Dahaka is already making quick work of the minion wave. Gust, not sure about that. Thrall is making his rotation up here as well. Dahaka is able to brush stock out, yeah. Oh, he actually brush stocks over here to safety, and the top lane wave is still being pushed in. Sven maybe going to clear things out a little quick. Phase shift from Brightwing to the top lane. That's going to be a polymorph onto Falstad. He is turned into a pig. Yasuo not tanking any tower shots. Actually, Dayquoz is the one to do so. Mortar Punisher goes over to the side of Vinland Raiders. Drag from Dahaka just to the side of Yasuo, unfortunately unable to connect onto the enemy. Punisher will confirm the fort, in my opinion. Don't think there's much to stop that from happening. Falstad chilling in top. He's actually going to Hearth out. He did tap well, if I'm not mistaken, too. Yeah, he's on full cooldown for well. Bell finishes out his level 4 questing talent, so more spammability. He also does have the Frostwolf Grace at level 13. Brazilians can be activated to instantly heal. The healing's increased by up to 100% based on Thrall's missing health. Punisher in bottom lane gets the keep front gate, and I think that's the end of the siege value achieved. Speaking of achievement, this is going to be a stay while and listen. Sanctification down on the ground, Twisting Nether in from Cho'Gall. X-rays the target. They're tanking some tower shots. Phase shift from Brightwing will be coming through. The Devouring Maw is huge. Gust out from Falstad, but the Bile Drop comes through. X-ray very low on this Deckard Cain, trying to back away. Crystal is activated by the Kerrigan. And there are potions on the left-hand side if they want to advance into this team fight. Cho'Gall Surging Fist back in. Root from Thrall not connecting. Even talent here for the time being. Even levels. That's a good drag onto Thrall from Dahaka, but it's the Cho'Gall who's getting so low. And a double kill for Space Scoops. That's a big moment for our red team, as that is their first kill of the game. Granted, it's a double kill, which is going to be a nice chunk of experience. I mean, look at this. 3-2 in kills, and there's a 104 difference in experience. Oh, it's going to be a lot different now as Kerrigan gets caught out in mid lane. Tyrael trying to get out of here. He's actually just still going to play to the left side of this and move his way to the top lane via Mount. Oh, as a reminder, if you're watching over on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can grow the channel. If you're enjoying, leave a comment, all that good stuff. If you're watching here on Twitch, thanks for hanging out with us. Be sure to follow the stream. It costs you $0, and if you would like to support further, like the wonderful human beings we've had in stream, like Kel, Cav, Bolt, Skullfy, Cav, Wildfire. Every little bit helps, and thank you all so much for supporting the channel, continuing to help us stay active with our full-time streaming. Love you all very much and appreciate all the generosity. Level 16 is here, and this is going to be the scary moment. We do have that Leaden Orb. That's a big moment for Cho'Gall. We also have the Frenzied Fist. Gain 25% attack speed for 5 seconds after using Surging Fist. Zagara will go into Spell Shield 13, but she does have the Corrosive Saliva level 16. Tunneling Claws for Dahaka. Ferocious Stalker at level 13. Tyrael with Herodic Reforging. We'll have Bonk for Deckard with the Herodic Staff. Kerrigan with the Unbridled Energy. Hey, she says that. Thrall, Alpha Wolf. For 3 seconds after hitting a hero with Feral Spirit, Thrall's basic attacks against them deal an additional 3% of the target's maximum health as damage. Passively increase the duration of Feral Spirit's root by 1.5 seconds. Can you see how much healing reduction Deckard Cain got when Brightwing passed onto Cho'Gall? It looked like Emerald. No, I can't, unfortunately. But what I can do is this. You could do. Oh, okay. It doesn't give me any raw numbers here. Unfortunately, there's no stat for that. The two stats that I would love to see in Heroes of the Storm and as an observer would be Healing Denial and also Experience Missed. I would love a little stat that just shows this is missed experience. Like you didn't pick it up, it just goes into that. It's not gonna point a finger at a certain player. It's just gonna say, like, if I could go to this experience tab and there was just a line that said experience missed and you could just see that. That'd be cool to see. That'd be really cool to see. Like minion experience. But either way, Cho'Gall activates Twisting Nether. There's going to be a Surging Fist in. No, I know too, bud. I know. I mean, it's just 75% of the healing, duh. There was an emerald thrown onto Cho'Gall, but it doesn't matter. Sundering on the left-hand side will connect onto Zagara. As X-Ray's trying to back off over here, that is going to be a kill onto Decker Kane. Tyrael's able to back off, but Falstad, he's wanting to get out of here. Surging Fist is being channeled. Dayquaza's the target. Polymorph by Brightwing, and youch. I mean, I guess you could do 31% of 6,507 and then reduce that by 75%. That's my best way to do the math in my head. Right? Because you get 25%... Oh, wrong button. You get 25% from the phase shift, and then an additional 6% from the hyper shift, so that's 31%. I believe it's additive. Top fort does go down. What's up, Desert Jester? How you doing, bud? Is it raining currently outside? Oh, please don't be raining. That's like the worst for a snowstorm. It 100% looks like it's raining outside. That is... Oh, please don't be rain. Oh, it's the worst. That's the worst. When you got fluffy snow and then you got that wet on top. Oh, God, it's like throwing at your back with one shovel toss. Stay a while and listen. There's going to be a Sanctification. There's also a gust from Falstad. Yasu sets up the kill onto Cho'Gall. Nano on the left-hand side. Yasu is a crab. Does go down. It's a 2-for-1, but Kerrigan ravaging in, finds the Primal Grasp and the Impale. Brightwing blinks over to a minion. Thrall does go down. Sven gets the phase shift from Brightwing, but now she is going to be the one in trouble. %. Well, it would be... Brightwing would be healing for 31% of Cho'Gall's total health, 7,104. And then, so you gotta figure out figure out 31% of 7,104, and then reduce that by 75%. That's at least how I would do the math. I might be wrong, because I'm horrible at math, but that's at least how I would do it. Now, of course, Cho'Gall's been scaling, so this stat's gonna be, a little incorrect based on the moment we were talking about, but you can at least get a rough idea. But I might be wrong. That might not be how it works. I'm just guessing. Sorry for all the caster math. How dare you! You should at least tier 2 sub. No, that's right. Okay. Sometimes math gets weird in MOBAs and stuff like that, so... Like, I know Tychus, like, in the rhythm does some weird stuff as well. Anyways. Gust Wind Tunnel from Falstad is going to be anti-synergistic with Kerrigan's combo, and she just literally leaves. As a massive blunder. A double kill to the enemy after the Wind Tunnel from Falstad. And Sundering from Thrall is going to have the World Breaker level 20. He tries to create a bit of terrain. Thrall's in a bit of a rough spot. Scion the Kerrigan tries to jump in. Devouring Maw is the Stay a While and Listen. And that's full cooldown on Stay a While and Listen. Here comes Cho'Gall with the Surging Fist in. Dahaka looking for a drag, trying to find someone on the left-hand side. Hunter Orc is getting a little bit low. And Sai jumps onto the Dahaka. There was a Psionic Shift as well from Kerrigan to jump in. She's turned into a pig. Zagara gets the kill. So, though the Cho'Gall with the lead and orb is getting so much value, Hunter Orc getting a little bit low here, but that is going to be a quadra kill with a Decker Cane, and Cho'Gall goes in on core. Brightwing's going to Hearth out, but I'm assuming she's got the Hyper Shift available. Cho'Gall went from like 2,000, Cho'Gall got like 3,000 HP off of that Hearth right there. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Polymorph onto Falstead. He's immediately taken down. 69% on the core is going to be reduced even further, as this is going to be map number 5 going over to the side of Vinland Raiders. And that, in my experience of Banshee Cup, is the first Cho'Gall victory in 4 games. GG! Well played. Well, chat, if you had a good time and you're not following the stream, be sure to drop a follow. If you're watching over on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, help us grow that YouTube channel ever so much so we can make some more money and some more pets for Bandit. Every little bit helps us out a ton, and we always appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out here on the stream. That is going to be the stream for me today. I've been streaming for 7 hours. I've been up since 4 in the morning. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go snowblow through the rain that I do believe is outside. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I love you all very much, and until Tuesday, all I have to say to you is you got a beautiful face. I appreciate you watching my stream,